What is your opinion and your review of the Enzo Amore rap video?
Well, I'm not a big fan of that genre. I mean, my son loves it. I'm more of the rock and roll guy, the generation that I came up. The first thing that really stuck out to me on the video was the the verbiage used. That especially in light of having been accused of something like this, and you know, just let's just say for a company that's publicly traded like WWE, had he not been fired, he probably would have been as soon as this thing was released. You know, the whether we like it or not, when you become a public figure, there is some semblance of responsibility that goes to that. I remember when LeBron James first came into the NBA and he said, "Hey, I'm not a role model," and Charles Barkley has said that many times over the years. I didn't choose to be a role model. I don't want to be a real. That's irrelevant. If you go into a business that has a lot of eyeballs on it, like wrestling once did, and you become a name in that business, and on television, we always joke around we were on TV more than Walter Cronkite. If that's the case, you take on some proxy or by proxy some level of being looked up to, and especially now as a father, I think there's some semblance of responsibility that goes to that. So when you start putting out a rap video that has the some of the phraseology and words and things, especially coming off of the whole reason he was fired from the WWE. At very least, it comes off as tacky. At its worst, it comes off as anti-women. In this light of the Me Too movement and everything, which everybody knows my feelings on that. That's a very slippery slope. But with that and putting something out like this, I guess it's like the old thinking, like, hey, any controversy is good because it makes it sell. Well, sometimes it's, controversy can be bad. If it suddenly puts you in the light of you looking like a misogynist or, anti, something, anti fill in the blank, then it casts you in a light that shouldn't, that you most people wouldn't want to be put in. That said, the some of the phraseology. Let's just say there was some it, 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 it wasn't exactly how do I word this without sounding really crass? Uh,
The,
it's just
the franchise is speechless. I'm shocked.
yeah, because I'm searching for that one right word, and it, it you know it.
It was terrible, Shane. It was awful. Okay.
Well, it was it certainly was. I don't think we're gonna see him on the awards this year, the Grammy Awards this year. I think we're safe to say that, but the like I said, I'm just like playing the video in my head right now, just thinking like of all the ways. Like I was giggling as I was watching it because it seemed like he was trying to be so legitimate in it, and yet came off like chuckle with me chuckling watching it. I think Eminem is safe. I think Dr. Dre is safe. I think all the young rappers are pretty safe in their positions. But now again, remember, you step out on that, on that limb, you're taking a hell of a chance. And I give him credit in that sense. He's taking a damn chance because, if you fail at that, and let's face it, right now the climate, with the Me Too and everything going on, it's not exactly a good time to come out with that kind of a song. Last week was it iTunes or Twitter? One of the big social platforms took down what they call drill music. Songs they got really rampant and violent and anti-women rap songs, so you're making it hard. And then if that doesn't work, imagine coming back and trying to get a job and a 9 to 5 job in corporate America, and you step in and your boss is a woman, which is completely likely today, So it seemed wrong on so many levels that it begs the question to ask me who was advising him, or was nobody advising him. Shall remain to be seen. But I urge everybody listening, if they hadn't seen it, by all means, please go check it out, because it's definitely one you want to see once.
Now, what did you think about the portrayal of wrestling fans in the beginning of the video? Because I think it was more of a slam at dirt sheet writers, but also there were the verbal digs at the fans and people reporting stuff and running to basically be the first to do so on social media. Did you kind of feel the wrestling journalist and the wrestling fan were painted in a positive light just by the opening segment there in the first half of the video?
It seemed to me they were all lumped together pretty tightly, So there was, there were the comments made like, about the dirt writers and the smart marks and stuff. But then, he went into that so hard and drilled down on that in the song that it to me was real thin line between it, if any at all. I thought it was very condescending.